Okay, 1 2 1 2. Now, this is just me getting ready for tonight's live stream and waiting for 2 more minutes before we begin. One, two. 1 2 1 2. Okay. I need to just pop out the chat here, so just give me a second. Good evening, David. Good evening, Andrew. 3 4 5. Yes. A 1 2 1 2. Okay. Just checking that this is working okay. The chat is not appearing yet, so let me just pop this out. I think I have it now. I'm getting better at this sort of thing, technically speaking. So over here to my creator studio and into the live stream. Connect, Control C this, pop it in here. And okay that. Ooh. Right. Let me see. Bum bum bum. Control V. Okay it. Oh. Back again. Chat. Video is not available. Bet I'd probably have to close it and start it again to be able to see it. So my drone video review, well, I'm just going to have to look at the chat here, which is fine. Pop this to here and okay, loud and clear. Hi everyone. All right, so yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Let's begin tonight's review. I'm using a different camera because, as some of you know, I do have a new setup in my new office, which I'm very excited to be able to share with all of you later on. And for now, I have another little microphone here in the office, and I think that we're good. Now, I have this on the screen because I think everybody, unless they've been living under a rock in the drone world, as you know, we are pretty on the ball regarding the new MAVIC AIR. It seems to be the talk at the moment. So what I was thinking was it would be interesting to look at the promotional footage that they are putting out there, just to see how they're trying to sell it to us. Okay, so hi Pretty Cake, hi John, hi Saw Gunner, and everyone else there. Now we are going to review some footage too, but isn't it amazing? If we go over here, there is definitely a lot of promotion going on now. If I can get their original, look at this, okay. Let's look at the footage that they're showing to us. If I pop this up, is it going to even look even better? All right, let me see. Folks, I think you'll agree here that there's something in the marketing of this thing which excites anybody. I think my conclusion up until now is, if you already own a MAVIC, you're not going to be interested in this piece of gear per se, because, well, you have a MAVIC and a MAVIC's better. If you have a Phantom 3 or 2 or 4, then you may be interested in this from the traveling point of view. And that can be interesting for everyone. Now, because marketing videos are portraying the best of each machine, obviously to sell more, they're going to show us the best footage. But there's something we can learn from that too, in the shots that they're presenting to us. So I wanted to just look at this, at their promotional video, just so that we can take a look at some of the shots that they're presenting to us. Now this machine looks really well. I'm sort of excited about it. because I've been waiting for it to be 4K and now it is. So perhaps I'll be able to do that. But let's just look at a few of these shots. Okay. Now, hi Michael. Hi everyone who has joined us. Let's start with this and see what we think of it as a shot. All right. Okay, they're showing us here.
Slow motion and full HD at 120 frames per second, and take still photos at 12 megapixels with low latency. The new and improved panorama mode captures.
Yeah, it's not going to show us any video, is it? Now look at this shot, for example, here. Okay, so what I think is interesting here is that with this shot, let's just take a look at it. We've got the golden hour going on, so he's shooting in as the sun's going down. He's got his rule of thirds going on. We have an object of interest which is coming into the shot. In this case, the fancy sports car.
The MAVIC AIR's optimal.
Again, flying backwards. Great shot. Great shot for us too. And there's plenty of interesting subjects going. Look at the composition. It's really nice.
Flight performance means more time.
Again, let's look at this shot. Yes, they're small. Yes, they're fine. But you can see here, they're showing us the mountains, the clouds, then something of interest, which is the snow. The colours are beautiful. And folks, I found out today that the only mode that it films in, the only other option outside of automatic, is Cinelike, which is actually what I'm filming in with my GH5 Lumix, and it's what I've also been shooting with my Phantom 4. So it will allow us to do a little bit of colour correction afterwards. So we can't go wrong at that. I'm sure you'll agree. I think that's pretty impressive. That's enough to clinch it for me.
I'm in the air to get all those incredible shots with 21 minutes of total flight.
21 minutes of total flight time. Even that shot there, right above.
21 minutes.
See that? The way it's actually showing us there, the water, the two different colours. It's an interesting angle when shot from above and there's things happening. Yeah, Peter, it has confirmed. Oh, is there D-Log as well? I didn't hear that. I actually heard that there wasn't D-Log, that there was only Cinelike. Huh. Let me see what Andrew's saying. Put Phantom 4P camera on it with the same range as PSP, and I'd buy one. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Log profiles will also allow us to preserve shadows and highlights. Yeah, which is very important. So it means we can work on it afterwards in post. I mean, you know, there's this thing. Oh, it only flies what 4.4 miles, 6 kilometers. I don't let my drone out of my sight anyway. I only let it like, what am I looking? 400 meters, 400 or 500 meters into the sky. You know, it has only that range. Only. Yeah, as David says, only. I mean, if you're letting I wouldn't let my Phantom 4 drone head away off into the distance. I would just be afraid of losing it. Perhaps that's the stinginess in me. But I would just be too wary of that, especially because I'm living in an area around lakes. And most of the time, I'm afraid it's going to end up in the water. You know, so testing the distance, yeah, fine. But, you know, as some people say, if you go too high, it ends up being like as if it were Google Maps. Do we really want that? No. You want it close. You want to get some level of interest. These shots that you see that are just mad out there, mad too high, I don't think it really is worth it anyway. It's to complement our storytelling. And I am a big believer in that. If we're telling a story about our drone flight and our drone footage, we don't want it to be too far out there.
4 kilometers.
Even this shot, look at this. It's a guy, he's in his canoe, yeah, he's taking his photographs, but there's a lot going on.
Transmission distance and a max speed of 19 meters per second.
19 meters per second. Okay, you can play around with it a bit. If you're getting into the whole drone racing, is it FPV, I think is the technical name? Okay, mess about. Now, when it is going in sport mode, the sensors don't work. Well, obviously not. If you're flying at that speed, it wouldn't matter how good it is. I don't think it's going to help. But I'll not be doing that. And if I am, it will be out there in the open.
You can go farther.
This whole idea of its active track and the fact it will do a panorama around you with hand gestures. Yeah. Does anyone have any experience using hand gestures? Does anyone who's here have the spark? Legally speaking, you should keep your drone within sight at all times. Yeah. And really, is there any need? Now, one of the things that they're saying about this little MAVIC Air is because it is so light, you aren't as liable flying it close to crowds or in cities, because you probably don't even have to register it because it's under the 2 kg mark. My stats are probably slightly out there regarding weights, but isn't it something like that? I think they've made it purposely like that for that reason.
Faster.
But like, look at that shot. Even a shot on the MAVIC Air. What if any of you guys presented me this video and said, "Okay, Patrick, have a look at this. This is what I've shot this week." I would be like, "Wow, look at it. It's focused. It's crisp. You've got the sunlight over in the distance going down. It's shot at the right time of the day. There are plenty of shadows. It's obviously in the evening or in the morning. So there you go."
The MAVIC Air's striking industrial design is the perfect...
It does look lovely. It looks like, I think I heard one of the reviewers saying it almost looks like the Audi A8 at the front.
And even with its compact size, MAVIC Air remains stable in unfavorably windy conditions.
Unfavorably windy conditions. They obviously didn't film that in Ireland. You know? So, the Churchy 76 says, in Oz, all rules apply for anything over 100 grams. Ouch. Ouch.
And at higher land elevations. Something that was once...
Like, look at this. Look at that. That shot, if that were taken with any drone, looks amazing. You've got the two people there doing the rock climbing. The rock formation is cinematic in itself. You know,
it's only possible with larger, more
if it is so small, that's my only worry. Will I lose sight of it as quickly as I would my big Phantom 4? You know, is black better? Is white better? Is red better? I think red is one of the options. I think.
Expensive drones.
Let's get a red one, and then we get out of the problem of not being able to see it. I like it. I like it because I only have a I have a Phantom 4, and I do love it, and it sits well in the car. But trekking up a mountain, it is quite the beast. Now, when it crashes into the like of Fermoy Bridge in County Cork, I think it has better resilience. Will this little MAVIC Air crash and burn? That I don't know. Any good in a decent wind though? Well, let's say it is.
The MAVIC Air is easier than ever to fly.
This is where I find it very hard, these hand gestures. You know, what would happen? Knowing me, I'll end up yawning and go, opening up, and it flies backwards. But thankfully now it's got sensors in the back, which I don't think the other models have. You know, yeah. When's this Mavic Pro 2 coming out? That is the question. That is the question. You know, but it's like when you go into a shop and you buy a nice jacket and it costs you a few pounds or a few dollars, and then you come in 2 months later and it's on sale. Pues ni modo, as they say in Spanish. There's just nothing you can do about that. That's just retail. You know, every camera is, nothing's going to be perfect. Is this a good one for me? Because it's actually reasonably priced in the grand scheme of things, don't you think?
The new APAS system allows the MAVIC Air to detect obstructions in real time.
Obstructions in real time. I mean, that would suit me right down to the ground. You know, because half the time you're thinking, I'm talking myself into buying one. Yeah, but don't we? Listen, I read a lot of books on marketing, and a lot of them are people want what they want. People buy what they want, not what they need. They do. Like, I mean, some of you are aware that I own a women's shoe shop, and the women that come in, you know, they talk themselves into it all the time. They're like, aren't these boots really nice? Oh, I mean, I don't really need them, but they're just lovely. And I'm like, madam, yes, go for it. You look amazing in them. yeah, they do look amazing. But, you know, they need very little convincing. I need very little convincing, but I have reasons to believe that I do have a need for this. I have a Phantom 4. It's good. I will continue to use it. It's a bit damaged around the sides because of the accidents I've had, but I've had it for a couple of years. Does the drone video in my videos make them perfect? Well, if I still go out on a terrible day, if I still fly badly, if I still don't try to keep in mind the best drone shots, it doesn't really matter what object I'm using. So it is an instrument at the end of the day, and it does help all of the other aspects of the filmmaking process. But the fact that it avoids things, wouldn't that be so cool?
And fly around them.
Now, this is my worry here. I am not good with a small controller. Yeah, I know how to play video games. I did like the big beast of the Phantom 4 controller because there's a bit more going on. Now you're going to have to use a phone, which is okay, but then you got to have a decent enough phone to put in it.
Without stopping.
Like, look at that shot.
Environment sensing cameras ensure the safety of the MAVIC AIR while flying. With front and back obstacle avoidance sensors, the MAVIC AIR sees more obstructions.
I mean, does this mean that it's going to be better whenever you're filming inside? Are you still going to have to turn off everything? Like, there's a lot of metal going on there. It doesn't seem to be confusing things. Like, those are metal containers. So does that mean now you're going to be able to, like, use it inside for wedding photography or wedding videos? You know, is it going to be a little bit less intrusive for the bride and groom? I mean, I don't do that sort of wedding photography and videography, but I'm sure there are a few people here who do. So, you know, I think that's all positive. Let's have a look at a few of the comments here as we're going along. Peter has already ordered his. There you go. David, I sometimes take my Phantom 4 up the mountains, but it's a bit of a hassle. I'd like a smaller one. Yeah, absolutely. It's probably the fine line of sight. Yeah, so what do you think? It's the fine line of sight, I imagine, that you're saying there. Well, keep it from hitting the water. My uncle needs that feature. Are there sensors underneath it? Like, the water always messes up the sensors anyway, as we know. So, you know, Keith, what do you think? Hi, by the way. Keith, what do you think about the new MAVIC AIR? What's your take so far? I take it you and your friend who's the expat in Murcia, or he has a different name, but you can use the tablet too. You just need an adapter. They're already available for the Spark and MAVIC. Okay, you can have a nice screen too, all right, or use a DJI screen. Forgot what it's called. Okay, sensors can actually cause it to land on water. What? I don't think I'd want that at all. Hey, he dumped my P4P in the water, but still works in 7 days. All right, okay, yeah, that's your uncle, of course. Tut tut. How dare he? Don't be giving it to him. Be giving people your toys. No. To land on water. I'll be like, you know, why are we flying so close to the water anyway? It's all right, perhaps in a foggy morning to get a little bit, but it will still look closer than it is, in my opinion. So
Faster. Active Track now allows multiple object detection, which means more flexibility.
active, like I look forward to this for filmmaking. This is just wonderful.
The MAVIC AIR sees more
Look at this.
instructions faster. Active Track now allows multiple object detection.
Multiple object detection. Does that mean it, well, it can't obviously follow two people because that beats the point of it. It follows one. But look at this. This is for B-roll footage. If I had the acoustic, I wouldn't be worried about the signal. Wife, yeah, what's all that about, Jack? Are we going to have problems with that in Ireland, in rural Ireland, where there's no Wi-Fi? Do you have to be in an area where there is Wi-Fi? That's the question I'm asking. Can someone answer me that? The reflection can cause it to... we're talking here... Are we still talking here, folks, about the MAVIC AIR? Hi, Jagger. Nice to see you with us. And hi, everyone else. No, you don't. The RC and the drone have their own Wi-Fi connection. What, among themselves? Is this what they're talking about with Wi-Fi? Like, it doesn't need to have... Yeah, you don't need any sort of cellular connection through your phone as such. So it doesn't matter about 4G or 3G or anything like that. It's only a local area Wi-Fi network for video downlink, I believe. So any DJI with sensors under, any DJI drone with sensors underneath. Built-in Wi-Fi, same as P4 range. No, but the signal is not as strong on Wi-Fi. Does that mean we could lose it? Yeah, okay. So you're pairing your device. So you're pairing your drone with your controller. So what happens if you're like if the my question is then, so what happens if you pop this thing over a mountain and you want to do a reveal shot of you on the other side and it's coming up over the hill? Could you possibly lose your Wi-Fi connection then? Okay, yeah, but you don't want it to be returning to home, especially if you've walked up the mountain and you haven't landed it. I remember one of the first times I took my car out and I wanted it to follow the car. I took off about 1 kilometre away, drove across a beach with my P4 with me, and then it started to run out of battery and I had to turn the car around and scoot back as fast as I could so that I'd catch it. Andy reckons I don't need to be worried about the Wi-Fi as long as it has reception before I lose sight. Oh. Is it an issue? Bonus, this is shown with the APS. It directly avoids the obstacles. Rigger, you're back home from the oil rigs, I take it. Casey had issues with range, yeah, but he's pushing the boat way out there. I mean, he's an extreme drone user, so, you know, he's going to have... Yeah, we're talking about the MAVIC AIR here. A Spark Pro, yeah, I've heard that too. Get it to follow the controller tablet as the home point. What? Doing a survival refresher. Holy smokes, you can tell me about that someday. All right, I believe all DJI use Wi-Fi bands. Okay, so if I'm in rural Fermanagh, or if I'm out in the mountains of the Mournes, or if you're down in Kerry, going up Carrantoul or whatever it is, are we going to have a problem with Wi-Fi? The controller can be the home point. Okay, and is that something which is set from beforehand? Like, but this is a great shot. I just think it speaks for itself. What do we think of the price point?
Detection, which means more flexibility for object tracking.
Like, that's lovely.
Quick shot mode.
Like, that's doing like that last shot there. It's doing. It's moving up, and it's tracking the object at the same time. For filmmaking, that's great. Now, this whole asteroid and boomerang thing, I think that's just a bit of a gimmick. Am I wrong? There won't be much Wi-Fi interference, so it's more, there would probably be more of an issue flying about cities, David, in your opinion then? Not more as with other radio-based RC technologies. Yeah, Mike agrees that he thinks that that boomerang and asteroid thing is a bit of a gimmick. I think it is personally, but hey, I'm not sure.
Boomerang get you professional camera moves.
Like that's smooth. Can you imagine doing, like, you know, the way you can speed up your footage and then slow it down again? I think that's a great little move. And doing it like this.
Shot modes like
let's watch it again.
And boomerang get you professional camera moves.
Like, look at that.
The controller is as sleek and compact as the MAVIC AIR itself. Removable sticks sew right inside for an
I definitely would lose those.
ultra low.
Suppose you could stick anything in it. Piece of wire.
Proclaim your individuality with multiple color options and a full.
Does this do the protectors weigh the drone down any? The price is good. It's going to be €1,049 over here. I know. I think it's nearly £1,000 up north. Does anybody know what price it's going to be in the UK? The boomerang is just an offset orbit. Yeah, I think it is. The controller still looks like a toy. Yeah, but I've heard people saying that they think that it actually feels a lot more sturdy. There's a great review. Peter McKinnon does a great review with Casey. Probably was the first one that I saw. And I think it was pretty cool that way. I paid $1,100 for my Fly More. For the Fly More of the MAVIC AIR. $799. Okay. But again, is that just the basic package, Darwin? Does that mean we're going to have to then buy the extra? Like, I would never ever not buy 2 batteries. So I'll always have 2 batteries with me so that at least you're getting 40 minutes of footage. I generally would never have gone down into the red. Whenever you'd hear that sound starting and you're flying over water as many times I have been, I'm getting it right back there. I just am so afraid. Perhaps that's why it's lasted so long. So $769 for the base package. $799, $769. David Doyle hasn't been delivered. Yeah, it's not going to be delivered to the end of the month. Am I right, Peter? But of course you could always sign up. I'd be happy to go down to the Apple store in Belfast and have a look around and just check it out. I'm sure they'll be selling it at the normal price, but I would want the full controller. I would want all of the little, perhaps the guards, because I've been doing a few jobs with video. I mean, few jobs, a few bits and bobs inside the manufacturing plant. And I would love to get a few, like, I wouldn't take my Phantom 4 in, because if that thing fell out it would hurt someone, but that little bad boy, if it hit off the walls with the guards on, I don't think there would be much of a problem. Is it going to interfere with all the metal in the factory? That's the question I have. Is that the Platinum Mavic with 30 minutes? Okay, oh, so Rigger, can you use the goggles plus the goggles? So 1,308. Would that be the MAVIC AIR, extra battery, guards, all the connections that you need, propeller guards, extra propellers, and the DJI goggles? $769, okay. That's what I'm wondering. Because for 1,300, that's not bad. Yeah, we're talking about the MAVIC AIR here. MAVIC AIR. Okay, Martin, what do you say? One good point is that it can record 8 GB on board if you forget your SD card. Why would you forget your SD card, though? Is your SD card not always in your drone? And then you just take it out, download your stuff, put it back in and clean it before you go? Or are some people using the same SD card in cameras? Okay, I can't click on the link, I don't think, within the chat. I suppose I could copy it onto this, which I will do. Thank you, Rigger. Alright, Control V. Let's see what's happening over on this other screen. Wow. And the goggles. Reduced. Oh, I'm starting to sound like I'm starting to sound like one of the women in the shop, and it's on sale. Guys, don't forget to like this live stream, of course. Sub if you haven't subbed already. Sub to everyone within the chat. So all of you should have at least 20 subs, because there's 20 of us chatting away here about the new MAVIC Air. We're also looking at the footage that it shows here to see what tips we can get. And hey, we're just generally, you know, as if we were all sitting here together having an old chat about it. So let's continue to see, can we see any more footage? Okay, let's look at some of these shots. Look at this. Okay, let's see the shot and then go back and look at it. God, it was quick, wasn't it? What's this thing then? Alright, so again, this was actually a shot where the drone is coming down as the car is going forward, which I think is a great shot.
Full suite of accessories.
Look at that. What's this thing? That's just a turning on.
MAVIC Air redefines power and portability.
Like, look at that shot.
In a way that only DJI could make possible. And with the MAVIC Air in your hands.
Like, that's a beautiful, like, I mean, the shots are beautiful, but look at it. It would be brilliant. Like, you know, you've got the mountains, you've got the colours, you've got the golden hour as such, a bit of sunshine, a bit of shade. You've got lots of, look at the colour. Do you think, has this been corrected in post before they posted it up? Obviously. Shot on the MAVIC Air, there's bound to be some sort of colour correction there. But look at that, you know, what's he wearing? He's wearing colours that photographers would say that will show contrast against the white of the river here. So yeah, he's got his red ore, he's got his yellow jacket, he's got his blue. You know, these are colours which stand out. That makes it even more attractive as a shot anyway. It's not the drone getting that.
Thing is possible.
Well, there you go. Justine and Casey both have nice comparisons of the recording between the drones. Yeah, I watched the first one. I watched one from Casey and I liked it. And this was it without any colour correction. So, folks, that's pretty good. Now, I just think it's something to bear in mind. We gotta do that. Keith, you never told me what your thoughts are on the MAVIC Air. I'm sure it'll be in one of your live streams, but any thoughts on it as of yet? Let's see if we can pop up any of the people that need to get their footage reviewed. Drone reviews. Here we go. Rigger, did we look at yours the last time? Did we? What's the point of this drone? Jagger, I think it's more the fact that it's portable, the fact it's 4K, the fact it's very light. If you have a MAVIC, forget about it. If I had a MAVIC, I wouldn't do it either. Oh yes, we looked at the one of Trim Castle. Yes, that was very good. Okay, let me go back then and see if I think that we'll definitely look at some more, but I just want to. We looked at that. Let's have a look at this. One minute and 12 seconds. Let's have a look at this fellow's footage here. It was on the list. Unless there's someone here that I haven't looked at. I don't like the look of the gimbal. Yeah, Michael, there was somebody said that the gimbal looked a bit... It was hard to pop on and off the cover. Doubt very much I will be buying I own a Phantom 4P, which is the professional one. I doubt very much I'll be buying the MAVIC Air. Okay, how many people are? How many people are thinking of buying it? Me. But I'll wait. I'll not buy it right away. I'll wait to see what people, you know, I'll wait a couple of months. Maybe get it for my birthday in May. Right? Okay, folks. Again, hopefully, if you haven't subscribed to me, please do. Leave your comments in the video or in any other video if you'd like me to review some of your more recent footage so that we can chat about it in next week's. Martin's not getting it either. I will wait for the P5. Yeah, Andrew, that's a good point. Waiting for the Phantom 5. Is it going to come out? Is it going to come out? RMCG, hi. And you won't buy it? All right, cheapers. They should have called it the DJI Spark Pro. Yeah, is this MAVIC slightly misleading? Because then we think it's more like a MAVIC, where it's more of a Spark. You have a good point. The Phantom line has ended. That could be a good point too, John, because it's so big and bulky, and because technology within the camera is getting a lot better. That definitely, I think, could be true enough. Air name from Apple. Yeah, they'll be calling it the Pro word, the Air. Yeah, probably. It is the Spark MAVIC Hybrid. Has the time in Air though. Inspire. Well, there's nothing like an Inspire. iMavic. Yeah, there could be all sorts. Okay, let's see if this footage is up to scratch. It's always hard to do construction sites. Do any of you guys do any of this as part of your work? It's called the Love Child, not Hybrid. This music is quite Magnum-like for those of you who are... Okay, this is Gregory Uger. Where are you based, my friend? Let's have a look. About... Well, I am a ready-mix driver trainer, part 106. Okay, I do production for myself as the local news. Wow, okay, very good. And search and rescue on my list of venues. Very good, interesting. Wow, okay. Let's go back to this video. Which one were we looking at here? This one. Look at that. I think we'll go for this one. It looks even better. Or is it just images? No. Gregory, I don't know about the big watermark slapped right into the middle of it. But hey. This is a nice... does it need to be monetized so early on? Nice overhead shot. Shooting at night. Do any of you much experience of shooting at night? The music's nice for this track. I shoot at night. Okay, Saw Gunner, what do you think? Is it hard? Well, the long exposure pictures are quite good. I experimented with that too, John, whenever I first bought my Canon 5D Mark II. Now it just sits in the office here and I use it for some video work, but it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, I'd say you do have to be really careful with it. Oh. Can't see the chat when I'm doing that. He's mixing stills here with it. There's a bit of jerky movement there. I guess, Gregory, if you were here, we'd be able to chat a little bit more. I feel bad critiquing a video when the person isn't present. A couple of rough enough movements there, but they'll, can be easily ironed out when you're just using a little bit of editing software there. Oh, I could do this. Hang on a minute. That's pretty good. I can still see the chat then. Okay. Oh, I have to go up to this one. Nice colours there though. Music's nice. Mixing the stills. Okay, let's have a look at the channel very quickly before we wrap it up. I guess tonight it really was about taking a look at the MAVIC AIR, because it's been on everyone's mind. Gregory Rugger, good job on the footage. You're obviously using this for work. If you do get a chance to see this, we wish you well in this new venture. And it's not easy to just film the likes of, ready mix concrete machinery. So from that point of view, hats off, and hopefully you'll be able to discover more the nicer scenery which is around your thumbnail, if that's where you live. Please take a look at my last one. Okay, Michael, we're kind of running out of time, but let's see if we can just get a quick look at it. If I go to home, I suppose I have to search. Let me see. Chat among yourselves there, Michael, until I find this. I have to search, filter by by channels. There's an awful lot of Michael Rogers here. How do I find my subscribers? I have to go to the side, would I? Here we go. Michael, bear with me a second. Can you send the link over, I wonder? Oh, you can't put the link into the chat. Where are you? Michael, there's some amount of people calling Michael Rogers. Can I put up through my subscribers? Channel, and when did you upload it this week? Upload date. This is not good. This is where you're catching me off guard here. I thought I could filter by both channel and upload. Give me a second. DJI Spark, Let's Go Fly Drone. Is that the title of it? Okay, Michael Rogers, DJI Let's go fly a drone. Drone videos. Ta-da! Here he is. There he is, boys and girls. We got it, we got it, we got it, boys. All right. Okay, is this good enough? Right. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I don't want to look at that one. I want to look at the most recent one. Let me go back here. Let's go fly a drone. Have we time for this, folks? Yes, let's do it, Michael. Okay, so you're obviously using a Spark. What do you use? What do you use? Oh, and we've actually been talking all this. We got totally distracted tonight. We totally spent the whole time talking about the MAVIC AIR. Sorry about that. But hey, that's just the way it goes. All right, Michael. Oh. All right, okay. We didn't see that sudden movement there. We didn't see that sudden jerking movement. That is not jerk as in the American negative. Okay, so starts on. Oh, when you're flying along, don't move your gimbal at all. Don't move it. Don't make the sudden movement. Just keep her going nice and straight, even if it means just slightly turning it to get the shot, or go back and do it again. And that way, it doesn't even. It looks so cinematic. What are these beasts? Are they buffalo? Is this in Northern California? Bit of rain, yeah, there was floods. Wasn't there? When's the MAVIC AIR giveaway? Yeah, I might be giving away my big rucksack for my P4. I'll give that away. How about that? Yeah, it's a beast. I feel like I could put my whole office in there. At least you're, Michael, you're nice and low to the ground. We're seeing what's going on here. What editing program do you use, if you don't mind me asking? Nice little transition there, just to help us move from that going along shot to now going straight ahead. We're going up a little now, which is nice. Nice rule of thirds, in as much as it's not half sky, half mountain. There's the buisson. I tell you this, I wouldn't like to land your Spark in the field and have to shoo those bad boys away. Go on, shoot. Holy smokes. This is good for it being a Spark. They're thinking, what the hell is this? Okay, there's a nice little transition. Hovering, getting the camera ready to go, changing the lights slightly. Music's good. You get more shots flying over these bad boys. Do the orbit around them. I suppose you're going to get to that. Colour's good, yeah. Probably in post too you could make those browns even better. iMovie though is a basic enough editing program, but I'm sure you can do that. Alright, we're doing a bit of a manual orbit here. What's going on over there? Where's the B-roll? Michael, if there's one thing we like here, it's a bit of B-roll. We want to see you getting out of the car. We want to see you introducing it to us. We want you to say, folks, here we are in Northern California. Just had a day off, just heading up here to check out my old bison, or my old stock of buffalo. And yeah, so I'm going to use my old Spark, and off we go. and then you get out, you show us a little bit of all that old machinery over there. Is that you up in the top corner keeping an eye on things? That's a nice shot. Oh, whoa, bit of a jerk there. Nice music. Okay, now Michael, is all of this going to be of the... Ah, here we go. That's better. Oh, you're a few different areas here. Okay, because I kind of understand now the whole buffalo thing, so I want to see some more. Okay, so you've moved on here to the fly fisherman, which is really good. Backward shot, pretty good. You know, you're doing well for it being, you know, in the wintertime. Holy smokes, look at all the size of that boat. Is that a boat? Or is he just standing there? Are they his waiters? What the hell's going on there? Michael, I understand you're still learning and we're here to help. We are here to help. All my points are meant as positive critique. Una crítica positiva, no negativa. A lot of fishermen about there. How's that boy supposed to catch any trout or salmon with those boys in the boats? He's in a good spot though. They generally tend to head towards the rapids. Bison. Have I pronounced that word wrongly? Bison. Bison in English. Well, we are all learning, you're right. Bison. Bison in English. I think it's bison in Spanish. What are you trying to say to me here, folks? Are you saying that they're not even called buffalo? They're bison in English? Jagger, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're heading off, don't worry, work away. Done with the DJI Spark. Pretty good. Pretty good. You could probably bring the colours up. I guess you can't have any colour profiles on a DJI Spark because it is a basic. At least that's how I said. Okay, you can't set the gimbal speed a bit lower in the DJI. You can set the gimbal speed. Yeah, Peter, that's a very good point. 4 hours of flight time so far. Yeah, I mean, here, you just stick around with us and you're going to learn an awful lot very fast. First of all, I suggest that you watch a few more of my own videos, a few of the other fellows who are here in the chat, some great examples out there, and you will not be long. Imitación y lectura de autores. That's all you got to do. It's imitate those who are slightly better. And rinse and repeat. Didn't they catch anything, did they? For being a first flight, you've done very well. I ended up nearly in the river the first time I flew. Yes, this is nice. Sacramento River, Redding, California. And we have some sound effects. That's good. That's very good. I actually used that song in one of my videos too. And I know it doesn't come with the sound effects of the river anyway. Bison are from America. Buffalo are from Africa. Jesus, David, you never cease to amaze me. Una fuente de conocimiento y de sabiduría. You're just a fountain of knowledge. I've only flown once since November. Here, Rigger, don't talk. I haven't flown that much. I think I flew twice in December and that was it. It's the weather. Anyway, folks, Michael, we'll get back to this video. It is, I need to wrap it up after about 50 minutes. I don't want to abuse of your generosity and your time. So thank you for tuning in, folks. Thank you very much for joining me. It has been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for the chat. I really feel like I was able to chat back and forth a lot regarding the MAVIC Air. You have helped me. The weather in County Down is really bad. Remember, anyone who's based in Northern Ireland or in Southern Ireland, please do tell me if you would like to come down to my studio and have a live chat about all things droning. I think it's going to be pretty cool. For those of you who aren't, we'll try and work out some Skype calls. Thank you very much for joining in. Let's have a look at this MAVIC Air. If any of you get it, let's give us your opinion, please. John and David, you guys are you guys are right there at the Mourns. I'm going to have to head up there this summer, definitely, with my MAVIC Air. Okay, thank you for hosting us here. I really enjoyed your stream and the chat. Okay, Robert, thank you for checking in too, and for being there and watching us. Thank you for everyone. Please do join us again same time next week. Tune in for the thrilling episode. Send me some links of some of your up-to-date footage if you'd like it reviewed. I imagine they'll all be getting better as we go along. And yeah, let's see how we get on. And folks, I will catch you again next week. I might even catch you during the week. We'll see. I'm preparing a video now on my new office on how I'm getting on, so that'll be the next upload I'll be doing. And then it'll be the Italy videos. Catch you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give me an old thumbs up, and drop in any of the comment section any videos you want reviewed. Michael, thank you, and sorry we've cut it a little bit short. We will catch it again. Bye bye. There we go. With no malfunctions technically. This is the new mic I'm using. Look at it. Beast of a thing. Anyway, catch us again. Happy New Year to everyone too.